Hello, my people. Good day to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, I want to thank you. I want to welcome you to Daily Mind Shifts with Minister Mike. My name is Michael Ujuala for Mindset Transformation Africa. And on today's episode, I want to talk about healing from trauma. All right. Let me anchor today's episode on this statement. You are not healing to be able to handle trauma. You are used to trauma. You are healing to be able to handle joy. You are not healing to be able to handle trauma. You are already used to trauma. You are healing to be able to handle joy. See, we talk a lot about healing in the context of pain. We talk about resilience, about becoming tougher. But rarely do we look at healing as preparation for joy, for openness, for fullness of life. And that is the reason for this episode. I want us to shift that focus. All right. For many of us, trauma is already familiar. It's a familiar territory. Pain, hardship, struggle. These are the things we've learned to move around. These are the things we've learned how to navigate. We've had to be strong. We've had to endure. We've had to push through difficult times. See, trauma becomes like a survival suit that we carry with us. It is heavy. It is uncomfortable, but at least you say to yourself, it is familiar. It is the thing that reminds us that we can get through whatever life throws at us. Now, this is not to dismiss the necessity of resilience. No. We all need it. If you know me well, you know I advocate for this. Mental toughness, grit, resilience, endurance, patience. You know me for that. We all need resilience. But life doesn't give any of us a free pass when it comes to hardship, so we need resilience. But here's the problem. When trauma becomes familiar, it can start to shape our whole perspective. We begin to expect it, okay? We begin to anticipate trauma. It is like we are always bracing ourselves for the next blow. And over time, we get so used to handling pain that it becomes second nature. It becomes a part of how we define ourselves. This is what I want you to take away today. There is a hidden cost to becoming trauma-proof, and it is that we begin to close ourselves off from everything else. We develop walls, we develop boundaries, we develop defense mechanisms that help keep us safe. We keep people at a distance. We hold back our emotions and we guard ourselves against disappointment. And in doing so, we become almost numb to everything that is beyond the struggle. That is where today's idea comes into play. Healing is not just about being able to endure trauma or to survive hardship. True healing is about reclaiming our ability to feel, reclaiming our ability to open ourselves up again and to receive joy, to receive love, to receive connection, to receive trust without all our guard on, without all our armor on. Because here is the truth. You are already strong. You are already capable of handling difficulty. You already know how to survive. The challenge now is learning how to thrive, how to have surplus, how to live in joy, how to live in abundance. See, surviving and thriving are not the same thing, okay? Surviving is about making it through the day, keeping yourself intact, holding it together when things get tough. Thriving, on the other hand, it's about expanding. It's about abundance, about being able to live fully, to live joyfully, to live vulnerably. And this particular mental shift from survivor to joy is not a small one. Let's be real. Joy can be intimidating for most people, for most of us, because it requires vulnerability. It requires joy. It requires, trust. It requires openness. It requires a willing to let go of control. Trauma tells us to hold tight, to expect the worst, to keep our guard up On the other hand, joy asks us to loosen our grip, to take a leap, and to embrace life without guarantees. That is what makes this shift so challenging. We are asking ourselves to go from a mindset of protection to one of openness. Your mind is demanding that you expect joy, you expect better things. So how do we begin to heal for joy? How do we prepare ourselves not just to survive, but to actually receive and hold on to joy when it comes? The first thing I will say is you need to trust in your own strength. You need to trust in your own resilience. You need to recognize that you are already resilient. You already know how to handle pain. You've done it before and you can do it again. You need to trust that you don't have to be on guard all the time. When you understand that you are strong enough to face whatever comes, you can start to release some of the tension, some of the constant readiness for hardship. Trusting in your resilience will open up space for vulnerability, space for joy, space for openness. Also, you need to allow yourself to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is actually one of the greatest strengths that you can develop. Especially if you're used to a life of guarding yourself against pain. Vulnerability is the gateway to connection, to trust, to intimacy. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you're saying, I am open to what is coming. Even if what is coming scares me, I am still open. Vulnerability is the ultimate act of courage, and it is essential if we want to experience joy. You also need to practice receiving. Many of us are great at giving our time, giving our energy, giving our care, giving our money, giving our resources and all that, but we are not so great at receiving. If you've been hurt or disappointed in the past, receiving love, kindness, or joy can feel uncomfortable. But this is where the healing starts. This is where the healing lies. Start small, all right? Allow yourself to receive compliments without deflecting. Accept help without feeling guilty. When you practice receiving, you are opening yourself up to joy. Okay, you are opening yourself up to connection in a way that is deeply healing. Also, you need to release the need for control. See, trauma often makes us to feel like we need to control everything for us to stay safe. But joy is not something you can control. Okay, it's something that you experience. It's something that you allow. Let go of the need to micromanage every detail of your life. Embrace spontaneity and embrace uncertainty. Embrace the idea that not everything has to be planned, not everything has to be anticipated. I think I'm talking to myself right here. The beauty of joy is that it is unpredictable. It catches you off guard, and that is what makes it so powerful. So release the need for control. Also, forgive yourself and other people. Joy and resentment cannot coexist. Healing for joy means you let go of old grudges, resentments, regret. All right, forgiveness doesn't mean that you are excusing harm or you are pretending that everything is okay. No, it means you are releasing the weight of that pain and you are choosing to move forward and make space for joy. All right, forgiveness is a radical act of self-love because it allows you to reclaim your power and open yourself up to better experiences. Also, you need to embrace playfulness. Trauma often takes away our sense of playfulness. It makes us serious. It makes us guarded. It makes us cautious. This episode is all about me, all right? It makes us cautious. It makes us be on guard. But joy requires lightness, a willingness to laugh, a willingness to be playful, a willingness to experience life with a sense of wonder. Find small ways to bring playfulness back into your life. Laugh more. Explore new hobbies. All right, don't be afraid to be silly. Playfulness reconnects us with our inner child and with that part of ourselves that knows how to experience joy without reservation. So, if you take one thing away from this episode, let it be this: you deserve joy. You deserve to experience love, laughter, and connection without reservation. You've spent enough time learning to survive. Now it is time to learn to thrive. Let go of the idea that you need to constantly be on guard, braced for the next wave of hardship. No, trust that you are strong enough to handle whatever comes, and in that trust, allow yourself to open up to joy. Thank you.